Hello, friends and neighbors. This is your mailman. Welcome back to another episode of Campus Legend Mode here in NCAA Football 2008. And we've got some more action here on the big stage. National broadcast has the Oklahoma State Cowboys undefeated at 3-0 coming to visit us, your number 12 Ole Miss Rebels, at 2-0. If you haven't already, you're going to want to go back to last episode and see really a dramatic finish against Vanderbilt. What a heck of a game it was. You're not going to want to miss it. But we are going to move forward, and right now we've got Oklahoma State. There is a nice move by Malik, only to pick up just another yard or two. Still a highlight-worthy play. And we are going against the number one defense so far in the nation. How do we match up against them? Here are a couple handoffs by Malik. So 3rd down and 10 on this opening drive. Snead has to roll right to the left, and he's got his wide receiver number 21, for the first down. And then he connects there on the goal line. We give to Malik Thomas, and he scores the first points of this game. Ole Miss, those Rebels take a 7-0 lead. And then ensuing drive, we give up a long touchdown run. Unbelievable, because he ran right into a crowd of Rebels and nobody even attempted to tackle him. That was annoying. But following kickoff, when I show kickoffs, you know it's for a reason. It's Malik Thomas all the way down the sideline, and he will score. What a response. And that is going to end the first quarter. Rebels are up over the Cowboys by a score of 14-7. And then Oklahoma State with the ball, a wide open receiver. That should have been 6, but it just bobbles in and out of his hands. 3rd down, that would lead to this interception. We take over, and that has got to be a gut punch to the Cowboys. Then, next drive, Malik is gone. This is a recurring event, believe me. Another touchdown for Malik. This time, it's a 54-yard run. Nice cut back to the inside off the tackle who was blocking. Let's take another look at that. There we go. So that puts us up 21-7. Can Oklahoma State respond? 3rd down, he is back to throw. And we are there to bat it down. So we get a chance. We get it to the tight end, Summers. And Summers is all the way down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch up with him. Touchdown, Rebels. It's 28-7. 3rd down, they try to run for it, but we've got momentum, and we force them to a 3-and-out. Then Malik on the punt return. Guess what? He is gone all the way for 6. That is another touchdown on special teams for Malik. He's able to shake a tackle. What a play. And then next possession, we take over on a forced fumble. We're there to pick it up. Malik gets a handoff for a short gain. That time we throw it in the middle of the defense. Not a good throw there. That's on me, guys. They get a chance to take over down 35-7. So Malik returning another punt. Guess what that means? That means 6. All the way to the crib for his 2nd touchdown on a punt return. Not only in the game, but that's his 2nd in the game. So at that point, we pulled the starters. He already had 5 total touchdowns. 2 on the ground, 1 on a kickoff return, and then 2 on the punt returns. What a game. Monster performance by Malik all around. And that is going to help Ole Miss improve their record to 3-0. Michael Williams, the backup running back, got some carries. He fumbled twice, so that's keep in the back of our mind. Let's see how that plays out. But let's move on. We are going to game number 4 against Navy. We move up a little bit in the rankings. We are the number 11 team in the country at 3-0. Right off the bat, we're able to force what was a good stop there, 3 and out, but we take over. And let me just say this right now. I actually had a pretty tough time running against Navy. They didn't give up many big plays, including on the ground, even for Malik. As you can see here, he only had 5 yards here, 4 yards was his average carry for the night. It was tough going, not going to lie. So a lot of the work that we had to do was on defense, and I know it doesn't seem like it there, but they ran the option a ton, and so we have to rely on defense and maybe more of the passing game, at least against tough defenses like this one. So Malik, as you can see, couple yards here, couple yards there. We try to throw to him to get a first down. It's incomplete, so it's at the end of the first quarter. We are only up 7-0, but thankfully for us, Navy turned the ball over a lot, and we get the recovery on that fumble, but we give it right back to them, courtesy of my interception pass. So we're able to. So again, this is kind of how the game has been. A lot of back and forth, turnovers, 3 and outs, you name it. It was tough going on both sides, and their only source of offense most of this game was just running the football. A lot of the option, look at that, more option, but that time it goes into the backfield somehow. We're going to take a look at the replay there. He tried pitching it to the running back, and the ball kind of got intercepted by the defender's body. I don't know, we'll take it, but that's the halftime score, guys, 7-0. I told you, this is pretty low scoring, especially for a game that we just came off a massive win and production on offense. So let's go into the second half. What can we do? It's 4th down and 5. We got a little frustrated, so we just decided to go for it, but it gets blown up right in our face. They turn the ball, or we turn the ball over, but so do they. They fumble yet again, but this time not only are we going to recover, but we're going to take it the distance. Williams is all the way to the house. That is only the second score of the game here midway through the third quarter. And number 10 going back to the option, and then to the running back, and then back to the option. And that time the ball is intercepted again. It's fumbled. They recover, but a huge loss is going to give us the ball back. Number 21 got in on the action there, but he fumbles the ball away. This was just really a sloppy performance by both sides. It was kind of frustrating the whole time. But, it is what it is. There are games like that. But when you're having a tough day, you gotta look at the upsides. Winning is still what matters in this game. And we're able to move the ball well enough. We got Michael Williams, the backup running back, in on some of the action. Touchdown, we go up 21-0. And that right there was Navy's first completion of the entire night. And we are in the fourth quarter with 2.5 minutes to go. That should tell you what it was like all game long. They ran the ball, and they had some success here and there, but it was certainly not enough to pull out a win or even score a touchdown. And that's how it ends, guys. Number 11, Ole Miss, takes down Navy on the road in Maryland, 21-0. And we improve our early season record to 4-0. Here are a look at the numbers on the game. Malik had 20 carries, 102 yards, 5 yards per carry. In an NFL game, that's pretty good. But in college football, when Malik has been running for, 10 yards per game, 9 yards per game, it's not quite the production that we've had from him. So we're going to see if we can bounce back and have a better game. We're going to take on South Carolina here in game number 5. And for the second week in a row, we are back on the road. South Carolina is 3-2. Let's get into the action. 2nd down and 21. They had a sack and maybe a penalty, and we intercept the ball. Vaughn is there. You might see how this game is going to end up, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's score some points, and we do right there with wide receiver number 21. And then there's a roughing the pass call, and so that moves the ball from the 2-yard line to the 1-yard line. So we're brave enough to go for 2 when we're a little closer to the goal line there. We take an 8-0 lead. So 3rd down and 2, South Carolina needs to respond, and they pick up a very clutch first down on 3rd and short, and then they connect down to the left side to wide receiver number 80. They're looking pretty good so far. Brown is there to get a first down catch. And then in the shotgun, they throw deep to the end zone, but we are there to bat it, and Hughes is there to dive for it. What a play, what an effort. We take over in the red zone. So, Malik is gone yet again, and not only is he gone, but he is gone for an 80-yard touchdown run. It doesn't even surprise me at this point. 80 yards, guys. He is the king of those massive runs. He's not slowing down anytime soon, and neither is our defense. Cornell, the linebacker, is there to get a key interception for us, so we take over, already up with the lead. We connect to number 21 there, and then Snead takes the ball himself and says, Malik ain't the only runner on this team. And their own crowd shakes the defense. They jump off sides. That gets us a little closer for Malik to take the ball right here for his second rush touchdown of the game. And then their wide receiver just absolutely gets mollywopped. And that was just kind of the theme all game. Now, this is a touchdown that they earned. Don't get me wrong, but I'm pissed because look at the CPU and how they go to cut and make these tackles. It's ridiculous. What a terrible angle. That's happened so many times. When I complained about touchdowns being given up thanks to bad angles, that's not all my fault. The CPU, maybe it's just because it's Heisman difficulty, really cheaps me out there. Whatever. Anyway, I'm missing the action. Look at this one. We're not even surprised anymore. Malik Thomas takes it for another long touchdown run. His third of the game. And guys, it's only the end of the first quarter. We're up 29-0. That one was an 85-yard run. And then we pick it off. Williams is there. Guys, it's a blowout. It's not even close. We get it to number 21 yet again. And we go up 36-0. 36-0. And if my memory serves me correctly, I might be wrong, but South Carolina beat us pretty badly or in a close game, either our freshman or sophomore year. And I kind of had that in the back of my mind. This one feels pretty good. But it's not over yet. They have a chance to get it a little closer, and they do so right here with a clutch reception for a touchdown in the red zone. They take advantage of the coverage there. And speaking of coverage being taken advantage of, the special teams coverage lapsed right there. That would lead to Smelly, who is the backup quarterback, by the way, with an unfortunate last name, to throw a touchdown right to Gaston. He ate 4 dozen eggs for breakfast. He is in the end zone for a 20-yard touchdown catch. We go up 39-19 at the half. Later in the game, we are able to cap off a drive with Michael Williams scoring a rushing touchdown on the goal line. And then the scoring continues for Ole Miss. An interception, pick six. And then later in the game, we receive the punt. And if we were better sportsmen, we would have just ran out of bounds, took the knee. But we tacked on another touchdown on another punt return. 63-19 is the final score against South Carolina. And as you noticed, I skipped most of the second half. It was more or less just a pillow fight. So that's going to end this episode. 3 games there for you. Not really competitive like the other ones have been, but let's take a look at Malik's stats so far after that game. 86 total carries, 738 yards, 8.5 yards per carry average, 8 touchdowns, and his longest run so far was a 92-yard touchdown run. That's going to be hard to beat. Malik also has 13 receptions, 217 yards. That's an average of about almost 17 yards. 2 touchdowns so far in the air, and his longest reception was 75 yards. He does have a few drops. Can't attribute them all to him. Either way, guys, stay tuned. You're going to want to see the rest of the season. I can't believe that we are already at the halfway point of this season. To say that it has been a great season for Malik so far would be a total understatement. He is dominating college football, opposing defenses, you name it. He's got heads from NFL scouts on all 32 teams looking his way. And with just half a season left, he's got big decisions coming his way, ladies and gentlemen. Does he commit to the NFL draft, or does he come back for another season with Ole Miss? Time will tell. I don't know what's going to happen. AI might not even know what's going to happen. But if you have an idea, let me know in the comments. I want your input. Do you want to see him go to the NFL, or do you want to see him play another year of college football? I know what you're thinking. There's still a whole half season left to go. I know. I might be getting a little ahead of myself, but guys, I'm excited. Let's see what happens to finish off the season. Let's start by tuning into the next episode. We've got Tennessee, a huge rematch of last year's SEC championship game. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching the episode. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, get subscribed. You're watching the videos, you might as well stay along for the ride. And until I see you again, my dear friends and neighbors, have yourselves a great rest of your day.